Women's basketball continues their conference winning streak.
And men's tennis opened with a win.
All this and much more coming up on the Penguin Rundown. Welcome into the Penguin Rundown. Dom Joseph, Monica Kurjan. Monica, very cold out there. Got a couple days off.
But, which was so nice.
Yeah,
That's something that never happens. So.
Yeah, finally get a chance to breathe a little bit here early on in this semester. But we get the day off, but athletics continues on. And I know you're talking about men's basketball, and they're already on the road.
They left yesterday. They just had to go straight through that cold, so we're going to start off with them.
Let's hear it.
The men's basketball team traveled to Cleveland on Saturday to take on the Cleveland State Vikings. Despite star-studded efforts by junior Devin Morgan and sophomore Naz Bohannon, the Penguins dropped this game 72-62. Morgan led the team in points with 17, all of which he scored in the second half. Bohannon completed a double-double in the loss with 15 points and 13 rebounds. The men are now 6-16 overall and 2-7 in the conference. Up next, the Penguins travel to Michigan for a 2-game road trip. Tonight, the team tips off at 7 p.m. at Oakland. Then on Saturday, they face Detroit Mercy at 1 p.m. Both of these games can be followed on ESPN3 or 570 WKBN. Best of luck to the men's basketball team as they start their second half of league play.
Now, the women's basketball team continued to impress last weekend with a win over Cleveland State. Final score 73-55. Sarah Cash and Mary Dunn dominated inside, scoring 24 and 22 points respectively. Dunn also grabbed 7 rebounds on the afternoon. This performance was good enough to earn herself Nike Horizon League Women's Basketball Player of the Week for the second time this season. Our very own Christina Sainovich had the chance to catch up with both Mary and Sarah earlier this week to talk about the team's dominant streak.
You've won 3 games in a row at home. You're looking for 4 and 5 on the weekend. How's the team been able to be so successful?
Especially at home, we always want to have our home court advantage and protect our home court. So I think we've really just been playing as a team, and everyone's been doing their role.
We just make sure that we focus on our defense and play for each other every game instead of focusing on ourselves.
So you averaged over 20 points a game last week. How have you been able to be so successful while sharing time with Sarah?
It's definitely our guards. They get the ball inside, and they know that we can finish. So just it's the other players, our teammates, and our coaches are getting it in too.
So you had 24 points in the last game. How have you been able to have the success while sharing time with Mary?
The guards just keep getting us the ball, and the coaches emphasize throwing it inside to us because we've been finishing really well as of late, so without our teammates, we wouldn't be able to do it.
So has the team set any goals other than winning the Horizon League championship?
We'd like to just go out and win the rest of the Horizon League games, and we know that we have the ability to win the championship, which means we could go to the tournament, which would be really awesome.
Yeah, as Mary said, we just want to focus on winning the championship, but in order to do that, we need to come ready to play every game and play defense every night to stop the other team.
All right, thank you so much. I'm Christina Sainovich for Penguin Rundown.
Thanks again to Mary and Sarah for taking the time to talk to us. The Gwins will begin the second half of conference play tonight as they host Oakland at 7 p.m. It'll be 90s theme night, and the first 200 students to arrive will get a free t-shirt and a pizza party. YSU will wrap up their 5-game homestand on Saturday against Detroit Mercy. This game will be a pink out, and tip-off is set for 1 p.m. Good luck to the women in the second half of their conference season.
The men's tennis team opened up their season with a win against St. Bonaventure at the Western Reserve Racket and Fitness Club. The Penguins won 2 of the 3 doubles matches before winning 4 out of 6 singles matches. The match of the day was Yossi DeHaan and Eric Grand's double match as they cruised to a 6-1 victory to earn YSU a point. The team then took on Duquesne at the Alpha Tennis and Fitness Club of Pittsburgh. The Gwins won a close one, edging out Duquesne 4-3. YSU won the double points, but split the single match points. The men's next event is on Friday as they travel to Butler.
Serving over to the women's tennis team. They opened up their season this past weekend on Friday. The Penguins lost to Pitt 5-2. But a bright spot for the women was Tamar Tufel, who picked up 6-4 and 7-5 wins. On Saturday, they defeated St. Francis University 6-1. Iman Asim, Lucia Segar, Tamara Tufel, Elvira Esto, and Claudia Barboza all saw victory in singles play. Unfortunately, YSU fell to Duquesne on Sunday 6-1. Lucia Zagar continued to impress as she earned a 3-set win on the afternoon. After an eventful weekend, the women's team will be stepping back on the court this Saturday at Ball State at 4 p.m. All right, now Monica, baseball season is fast approaching, so that is what our topic is for Roundtable this week. So let's send it over to Chris Colella and Richie Giuliano, who have more. Take it away, guys.
Thanks, guys. Welcome to another edition of the Roundtable. I'm Richie Giuliano alongside Chris Colella. Chris, the baseball season is upcoming here in about 2 weeks or so, and you're going to give us some more information on returning guys as well as some upcoming players.
Yeah, we're going to hit on some of the upcoming guys first. First, you got Travis Perry, who's a pitcher and infielder, freshman. Coming out of high school, he was ranked 24th overall, 9th as a pitcher, so that's something to look for, very high stature. Projected to be the Horizon League Freshman of the Year, so you're going to be looking out for that. And he led Rocky Grove, Pennsylvania to 3 consecutive straight district titles, so be on the lookout for that, see his impact this season. And next up is Trevor Wiersma. He's a first baseman. He's a graduate transfer from Concord University. While he was there, he didn't bat any lower than .320 at the plate, and he combined, I believe, for 8 home runs between his sophomore and junior seasons. So those guys upcoming. You're going to look at the guys now that are returning. Blaze Glenn, who's an outfielder. He was named a top draft prospect for the conference this season. He was second team All-Horizon League last year. He led the team in a .325 batting average, 43 RBIs, 11 home runs, 16 stolen bases. Stolen bases brings us right to Jeff Whaler. And last year, he led the team with 25 stolen bases, which was second in the conference last year. And he's the first Penguin to do so for the program since 1988. And he was all-freshman team last year as well as second team All-Horizon League. But success isn't just individual players, is it?
No, I think some of the keys for a good season for the Gwins are first, they got to edge out some wins in the first month and a half. Last year, they started off the first 2 months of the season 8-17, so I think they got to get off to a hot start here. Secondly, I think they got to be able to end losing streaks. They had some losing streaks of 2 or 3 games, but the big one, they had a 14-game losing streak in the early half of the season, so that really destroys the momentum of the whole season. Lastly, I think the younger guys are going to have to be involved a lot more, especially in the late part of the season for them to be successful.
Yep, I agree.
That'll wrap it up here at the Roundtable. Be sure to catch YSU's baseball on the road at YSUsports.com for updates and more. I'm Richie Giuliano alongside Chris Colella. Dom and Monica, back to you.
Thanks again, Richie and Chris. The swim and dive team had a busy weekend, competing at both the Ohio University Aquatic Center Saturday before participating in the Butler Invitational on Sunday. Though Ohio won the overall duel on Saturday, sophomore Ida Urinovich won the 200-yard IM. Sophomore Casey Pretense rounded out the team, placing second in both the 50-yard freestyle and the 100-yard butterfly. On Sunday, Youngstown State placed a solid 5th out of 10 at the Butler Invitational. Urinovich led the team once again, finishing 4th in the 1650 freestyle, and freshman Josie Priesky came up right behind her. The swim and dive team finished on a solid note this weekend and will be back in action the week of February 13th through the 16th at the Horizon League Championships. Remember to check in for updates on their performance.
The track and field team traveled to State College, Pennsylvania to compete in the Penn State National Elite Invitational. On Friday, the team of Nicole Squatrito, Eva Dimitrovich, Natalie Fleming, and Jen Mullenkamp broke the school record in distance medley relay by more than 7 seconds. Chad Zallo won the 60-meter hurdles with a time of 7.66 seconds. Jalea Elliott also continued her dominance on the track, winning the 60-meter hurdles and setting a new school record. Both Zallo and Elliott's performances were good enough to earn themselves Horizon League Runner of the Week honors. Sophomore DeQuayne Watson set a new school high jump record with a jump of 7.3 meters. Watson has previously held the record, which he set earlier in the year at 7.19 meters. This record-breaking jump earned Watson 3rd place. Next up, the Penguins are hosting the YSU National Mid-Major Invitational Friday and Saturday at the Watts. Best of luck to the team as they continue their indoor season. And now, Monica, it's time for the Penguin Play of the Week. We're going to send it over to Matt Ganser, who's got more. Matt, take it away.
Thanks, guys. This week's Play of the Week belongs to junior forward Mary Dunn. Let's check it out. Dunn is backing her defender down, puts it up, and puts it in. Count it, and 1. Dunn going to the free throw line with a chance to extend the Penguin lead to 14. Great persistence and hustle to put that ball up there. And what do all basketball coaches say? Aim for the square and good things will come. Thanks, guys. Now back to Monica and Dom.
Thank you very much, Matt. And that's going to do it for us here at the Penguin Rundown. For news, highlights, and more, be sure to visit YSUsports.com and take a look at us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat, all at Penguin Rundown 1. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Dom Joseph.
And I'm Monica Kurjan.
We'll see you right here next week, Penguin Nation.